Hey everyone, we're back with more great Nintendo eShop deals that you can pick up right now for $2 or even less in some cases. Thanks as always for hanging out. This is part 3 of our weekend coverage, and so if you happen to miss any of the other videos, I'll have them linked down below so you can get caught up after this one. Welcome back to the crew, and if you're new here, I hope I can help you find something fun to play in today's video. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, we'll start today with 7 Horizons, which is a single-player 2D platform shooter from Red Deer Games. It offers about 5 hours of fun gameplay, and the download is around 60 megabytes. The retro look and sound fit perfect here on the console, and the game gives you 4 playable characters, each with their own unique skills, so there's a decent bit of replay value as well. Now the puzzles can challenge your brain a bit, but overall it's a pretty easy game, and right now you can pick it up for just $1.99, marked down 85%, and the deal ends on the 3rd. Up next, we have Anna's Quest, which is a single-player point-and-click adventure-style game that sort of reminds me of a dark fairy tale. It has a download just over 800 megabytes and offers a main story that should last roughly 10 hours to wrap up. Now, the story follows Anna as she grows from a shy young girl into a strong young woman, and it's definitely a lot darker than I was expecting going in. The hand-drawn art style is top tier, along with the voice acting, and the characters in general are pretty interesting. Overall, it's a story that's fun to play through. If you're a fan of the genre, you can pick it up for just $1.99, marked down 90%, and the deal ends on the 11th. Up next, we have Blackguards 2, which is a single-player turn-based strategy RPG with a pretty hefty download at just about 7.5 gigs, but the story does offer more than 15 hours of gameplay with good replay value as well. Now, it offers plenty of different classes to accommodate different playstyles, and the story itself has many different branching paths that you can take. It's one of those games where each decision you make alters the following events, so you really feel the weight behind them. On top of that, I enjoyed the combat as well. There are a bunch of spells and abilities that you can learn, and while it does get a bit repetitive, it starts off very strong. Right now it's on sale for just $1.99, marked down 87%, and the deal ends again on the 11th. The Bug Butcher is a fun arcade-style shooter that offers 2-player local co-op, tons of stages full of fast-paced action, and plenty of replay value to justify the asking price. It's one of those vertical shooters where you have to position yourself under the enemy, as you can only shoot straight up in the air. Now the game is incredibly fun, but it can get pretty hectic as well, especially if you have a second player, and like usual, it's even more fun if you do have someone to play with. Right now it's on sale for just $1.99, marked down 75%, again matching an all-time low until the 11th. Distraint, the Deluxe Edition, is a strange 2D adventure title that has a short runtime at just about 2 hours, but the story is pretty crazy. It's a psychological horror game that follows a young man named Price as he spirals out of control. Now the gameplay does involve some light puzzle solving, nothing too overly complicated though, and the sound design is incredible, really adding to that eerie feeling that the game is going for. On top of that, I love the graphical style as well. It's a great game to start off October with, and right now it's on sale for just $1.99, marked down 67%, and the deal ends on the 11th. You'll need about 140 megabytes for the install. Up next, we have Drawngeon, Dungeons of Ink and Paper, which is a single-player retro-style RPG that offers maybe 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, and everything is hand-drawn. The game has a download around 125 megabytes and features 3 different classes that you can play as, with procedurally generated locations as well, and randomized item placement, so the game stays fresh throughout. Now this is a great game for short play sessions as well, and right now it's currently marked down 60% and matching an all-time low at just $1.99. If you're interested in this one, make sure to grab it up before the deal ends on the 9th. Jack and Hat is a single-player arcade-style platformer from 2 Awesome Studios with a small download around 160 megabytes, and it has a main story that should last roughly 7 to 8 hours to wrap up. Now the retro look and sound again are top-notch, and the game has 20 massive levels full of enemies, unlockables, and some pretty awesome boss fights as well. It was clearly inspired by Mario Odyssey, of course, complete with a hat that you can throw like a boomerang. It is a fun platformer though, and if you're interested in Jack and Hat, make sure to grab it up before the deal ends on the 11th. It's marked down to just $1.99, and again matching an all-time low. Up next, we have The Pillars of Earth, which is a single-player point-and-click adventure game. This one offers more than 15 hours of gameplay, but it does have a download around 9.5 gigs, so you'll want to keep that in mind. Now the game is based on a popular book and it does stay true to the source material, but it also allows us as the player to alter the outcome of some of the characters and change their fate entirely. The voice acting is done very well here, adding to the overall experience, and this is another great option for fans of the genre. Right now it's on sale for just $1.99, marked down 90%, and the deal ends on the 11th. Pixboy is an ultra-retro single-player platformer with a roughly 6-hour story, and again it has a small download under 200 megabytes. Now it has a unique look as well and allows you to change that up in about 24 different ways with different color schemes that you can find based on older consoles or home PCs. Of course you'll have to unlock most of them as you play through. You can find coins that you can then spend to buy them, and there are about 40 different levels full of secrets, and again it's a surprisingly good game for the price. Right now it's on sale for just $1.99, marked down 60% and matching an all-time low, and this time the deal ends on the 18th. Up next we have Smashroom, which is a single-player arcade-style platformer with a small download around 135 megabytes, and it features a unique movement and combat system that sort of takes a little getting used to at first, but feels great once you get it down. We play as a small mushroom that has the ability to explode, which can then be used to destroy objects, damage enemies, or even as a double jump mechanic when needed. It even offers a leveling up system where you can improve your attack speed or your defense, different things like that. The controls feel good for the most part, the jumping is a bit floaty, but overall for $1.99 this is a fun game that you can pick up with an 80% discount, and the deal ends on the 18th. Alright everyone, here are a few other games to check out while you're already on the eShop.
15 years ago, to this day, a dark seer was burned at the stake.
Get you home. But you know what being here means, right?
It's a dream world?
It's a world between life and death.
Alright everyone, that wraps up today's video. Please leave a like if you had a good time or we helped you find any cool games to pick up. Feel free to jump into the combo down below, and of course subscribe if this was your first time here. Thanks to the channel members and the patrons, and as always, stay safe, my friends.